Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're just live now again and welcome to Flying Time. It's K420 here and I'm actually doing my first live streaming with a guest. We've got Vishal who's joined in and he's going to be experiencing this flight for the first time. So we're just taking a little short flight from London Gatwick all the way to London Heathrow. Should take about 10 minutes. But the beauty is it's going to be at night time. It's live weather and time. The weather looks quite clear, so we should be having some good visuals of the city lit up. So here we go. So everything is set and we're just going to load it up and we should be on our way. The aircraft will be directly on the runway and we'll be taking off runway 27. And we'll be approaching London Heathrow at 27 right on an ILS approach. So yeah, it will be should be a nice flight. It's in my favorite aircraft, the 777 Boeing, with the liveries of British Airways. So next, hopefully the screen should be nice and clean on the night skies of Gatwick Airport. So Vishal, how are you feeling?
Yeah, first flight. I'm really excited.
Yeah, good.
Looking forward to this.
Right, so looking a bit cloudy, but here we go, it's all cleared up. So this is, we're just at, so apologies, that's runway 26 left, we're taking off. So here's the, so I just want to check what the air traffic controls cleared us off to. And looks like we are cleared up to 2,000 feet. Okay, so I'll be just setting the autopilot up to 2,000 feet. So Microsoft Flight Sim has done a small a big update. They've changed the way this is all happening now. So yeah, we're going to have LNAV on and we're going to increase our rate of ascent by 2,500 feet per minute. Okay, we're pretty much set. Let's have a look at visual outside. Aircraft is looking as elegant as always. It's always quite beautiful to look at in the evenings because in the night time, because the runways are lit up nicely, everything looks quite nice. So yeah, we are ready to take off. So are you ready, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool, here we go. So we're just powering down the runway. The almighty 777-300. As you can see, this aircraft takes a bit more slower responses to the smaller aircrafts we've been flying earlier. And the speed we're looking at is 140 and it'll say V1. See, that's the speed that you can take off. So I'm just going to pull back the stick. Nice positive climb at 10 degrees. Very good. Gears up. Autopilot engaged. There we go, there's the visuals. Turn off the landing lights, do the lights off.
Climbing 2,000 feet. K44 MLU 777 Heathrow, approach altimeter 29.56, continue as planned. K44 MLU 777 climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Climb and maintain 3,000 feet, K44 MLU.
Okay, 3,000 feet is what we've been cleared up to, so we've set our autopilot to... I hope Microsoft changes this because it's actually not the best. So we got up to 3,000 feet, so let's climb up. 2,000, let's bring the flaps in. Flaps coming in. Aircraft powering up. So LNAV is active, so we are pretty much on course towards Heathrow. Okay. just coming up to 3,000 feet. We'll have a visual of the outside. A bit cloudy around here. So now, as you can see, the aircraft is maneuvering itself because we are on autopilot. So the autopilot is controlling, and what it's looking for is the course, and the coordinates are all in the computers. So it's this red line. It's looking for this red line. So as you can see, it's heading for the red line. Once it gets to it, it will start following, and it's pretty much a straightforward climb up here, and then we will be landing into 27, which is Heathrow. Just there, look. There we are. That's Heathrow there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at the view outside. So what we can do is also change the views, which is quite interesting. So let's go to showcase. This is quite nice. View inside. That's what colour is it? Why is she telling me I need to get up to 3,000 feet? Let's just speed that up. There we are. Alright, we're just getting up to 3,000 feet. Alright. The only problem with the 777 is the interior lights stay on. So in night time you can't see pretty good outside.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a... But gives you a pretty realistic look here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's there. Some good views from outside. That's the view from outside. The wing. Under the aircraft. Right, so we're 16 miles. No. Now you can see. Okay, so she's asking me to climb to 7,000 feet, but I'm not ready to climb because the moment I climb it says come back down to 3,000 feet. So I'm going to ignore her here. So you can see the entire city there. If you look quite clearly, possibly you can see some cars.
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
So what Flight Sim has done is they're bringing all this data in live through Bing Maps, so Microsoft Maps, and they will, as the game progresses, it is bringing it for the internet connection. Now, if you don't have an internet connection, you will see these images, but very rough, not as detailed terrain as it is right now. So we are just approaching towards River Thames. So as you can see, he's found the orange line, the magenta line. So now the aircraft is just lining up with it and it'll fly. So if you see up there, just up here, that's the River Thames. That's where all your the shards and etc. stuff are. So I think we're gonna get very close to them. We'll take a left turn. Yeah, he's still gonna ignore you. So that's that. So you see these little triangles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these triangles are your ILS frequencies. And this one here is a localizer. So localizer will line you up with the runway. This is your glide slope ILS frequency. This is what's going to bring you down to the runway in a nice way.
Yeah.
So we are pretty much there. So I'm gonna keep that speed at 200. Bring the flaps up even more. So I think. Yeah, it's already turning because there's the River Thames. As you can see, the shard is just there. We're passing it. See the detail in the city now. It's the Wembley Stadium.
Wow.
That looks quite amazing, right?
That's nice.
The aircraft pretty looks amazing as well, as you can see. It looks pretty.
BA.
The BA's got a bit of a weathered look, so if you just look at that, it just looks phenomenal. Right, so we're lining up to the runway, as you can see. So we're gonna hit approach mode. Now we're on glide slope. The aircraft is gonna start to descend. It's gonna look for that triangle and trying to level up, and it's lining us up. So now what we're going to do is going to start slowing down the aircraft.
K44 MLU 777, please expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna listen to you. But we're bringing the aircraft, slowing it down. We're gonna bring the flaps out. So what the flaps does, it basically increases the lift on the wings. As you can see, these starts to extend out. Can you see they're extending?
Yeah.
So if you look, they're extending out. So let's put one more out. So these will start to extend even more. And at one point it will become really out and bend downwards. So we need to bring the aircraft down further speed. Bring it down to 150. Let's bring the landing gears out. Let's bring out full flaps. So as you can see, the flaps have come out.
K44 MLU 777, please expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
What is that noise, you probably think? It's basically the noise of overspeed. So we just gotta bring the aircraft, slowing it down. So we just deploy the air brakes. There we go. So we just bring that and put it to armed. Now we're pretty much ready to land. So yeah, we're lined up with the runway, good. As you can see, it's maintaining the triangles in the middle. Obviously it's trying to maintain that at the moment. So glide slope is ready. The puppy lights are red and red, as you can see, red and white. We're pretty much on line to land. There's an aircraft landing in front of us. Because we've been ignoring the traffic controller, she's a bit cross with us. That's a good view, isn't it?
K44 MLU 777, please expedite your climb 7,000.
Sorry love, I'm about to land.
So we're going down.
You're going down. 500. So I'm going to now disengage the autopilot and try and land this aircraft on myself. So we have now got control. So now I'm going to swing it to the left. There we go. I always get this. Something is wrong with this aircraft. It tends to, as you can see, it's going somewhere else.
So increase speed, so it's...
No, I'm putting the reverse thrusters on. So it's already deployed the air brakes. For some reason, it just tends to head out. But the other aircrafts don't do this. Let's see if I can get it. I think it might come down. There we go. So we are now, we will end up back on the runway. Yeah, so back on the runway. So you see that little kind of a hill looking runway?
Yeah.
That's actually on the Heathrow runway. That's how detailed they've done it. So yeah, we'll just control, we'll request to gates.
Heathrow ground, K44 MLU 777 taxi to the gate.
K44 MLU 777 taxi to gate Alpha Tree by taxiway Alpha Bravo 10
So we've just got clearance to.
Bravo 10 Echo Cross runway 09 left Alpha 9 Whiskey Hotel Bravo leave it 21 leave it 2 tree bike.
Alright, so we've now got taxiing.
By taxiway Alpha Bravo 12 Alpha 12 Alpha Echo Alpha Bravo 10 Echo Cross runway 09 left Alpha 9 Whiskey Hotel Bravo leave it 21 leave it 2 tree bike K44 MLU 777.
So all those coordinates is basically giving you directions where to go. Can you see these yellow plaques.
Yeah.
The yellow plaques is where they basically that's all the numbers that represents those plaques. So following those plaques, you can go to your taxi stand. That's how you'll navigate. So majority of the pilots have an airport map, so they can follow it. So taxiing is a bit slower than usual, especially at turns. The aircraft won't like to turn if it's powered too much. So what we've requested is parking to the gates. So we're just having a sharp turn. Then it's pretty much a straight run. So Heathrow is actually detailed on the flight sim. So we can just power up a little bit now. We can go straight. So we're going. There we go. So I have. It's very difficult to read those little yellow plaques when they tell you. So the only aid I've turned on is these chevrons that will actually guide you to your parking slots. Let's see if I can take this off. There we go. It's taking me on the runway again. That's very strange. Must be no aircrafts coming. Normally they don't do that. This is an actual runway. Never seen that before. See, that's really strange. It just took me out on the runway, brought me back in. Let's get in there. Which is really strange. Why they've done that? It's been quite a bit of. That's the tower. Look, the tower for the air traffic controllers. They are sitting in there. We've got a very tedious job. Just to get the aircraft going, you just have to give it a bit of boost. There we go. That's better. Okay, where are we? Alpha 3, I know where Alpha 3 is. Alpha, I don't know, every time I ask for parking gates, you'll always put me at Alpha 3, which is all the way up there. And there's not anything like this where you get any fancy what do you call it, jetties. So just get up there. Normally I get a little pointer to say that's where we're going, but I'm not getting one today. Obviously we're just near enough. You know, when you wonder when you actually land and you're just taxiing forever, this is what happens because you're in another side of the runway.
44 MLU 777, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Wow.
Hold position K44 MLU 777.
So in a real life,
K44 MLU 777.
plane always have the right of way, but for some reason,
Roger, K44 MLU 777.
for some reason, this thing doesn't recognize that. So that's where we need to go. So what we'll have a look today is the parking of this aircraft. Just going to make a turn here. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it. So we're pretty much... So these yellow lines on the floor is where you're supposed to have your wheels. That's enough to clear your wing from anything that's obstructing it. So here's our parking lot. So there'll be a team waiting for us.
Yeah. Will the passenger get out?
Yeah, we'll put the jetty on. You'll see it. It all happens. We'll get the catering truck on. See why I don't like this area? It's just been too dark. So we'll just put the flaps back up. So these flaps are starting to go up, if you can see. They're moving up. There's a guy there. Can you see him?
Yeah.
So he's actually guiding the aircraft in, and he's lining it up. Once he's got his two hands going up, means we're pretty much lined up. And he's just saying, come straight up. Can you see? So I'm just following him. He's now told me you can cut the power. So ground services, let's request the ramp connection.
Heathrow ground, K44 MLU.
These guys are going to come into action.
Please send a ramp.
K44 MLU 777, a ramp is on its way.
So ramp is going, so the doors open. There's some passengers in there. Can you see that guy in there? It's the only one travelling in first class. There are a few on there. So the jetty's going up. I'm just going to go back in the cockpit and turn the engines off. So even the sounds have been recorded. Right, you can see the engines shutting down. So we're going to request for the baggage services.
Heathrow ground,
He's gonna get
K44
going.
MLU 777. Could you please send the baggage?
K44 MLU 777, baggage is on the way.
So the baggage is going. Now we've got a power supply.
Heathrow ground, K44 MLU 777. Could you please send a ground power unit?
K44 MLU 777, a ground power unit is on the road.
Oops. And that's being connected. Normally I would see this door to we park. Oh, he's aligned it. But it's a detail of the aircraft inside you can see. So here comes the baggages. Let's get the catering truck going as well.
Heathrow ground, K44 MLU 777. Could you please send the catering truck?
K44 MLU 777, the catering truck is on the road.
So yeah, here's Heathrow. There at night. It gets a bit quiet now, so not much aircraft's landing. So yeah, there we have it. We flew off from Gatwick Airport all the way to Heathrow. The landing was a little bit rough because the aircraft again tried to turn left. This happened to me when I flew from London to Dubai. It did the same thing. But yeah, I'm going to try and use another aircraft which actually works much better. This is a third-party aircraft that I bought, which I think sometimes has a bit bugs. But I guess that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed the night flight, and that was Vishal's first experience of the sim and going live. So thank you, Vishal, for joining me, and hope you guys enjoyed this short flight. Till next time, see you guys soon, and I should be posting one up this